expansion for our kids. And also, I don't think it would have gone that way, you know, maybe with me and my brother, but probably not. I think Mr. Pohl being there, in fact, I called him over. I was like, Mr. Pohl, can you come and listen to this guy for a second? So I think those things, and having you all as leaders there to be like, yep, I mean, don't you agree? He was kind of onto something, right? Yep.
Sorry.
All right, any more comments on MIEA? All right, we're going to move on to... go ahead.
Professional development that I want to bring back to the cohort. That's it.
I also got some great resources for curriculum, math, science, and robotics with links.
Which was new. We brought a science teacher. That was also huge.
So, yeah, if anybody wants that, I have them to share, but I have it on a slideshow. Okay, any more last thoughts on that? Then we're moving on to the amendment to AIPAC bylaws. Page 3, Article 4, Section 3, Number 1. And this is regarding voting for the AIPAC committee.
That's not what duties. That refers that three words. That's a duties of officers. That's what that is.
No, I think you're right, Amber. It was supposed to be that one, right? I think Grabe put that page 3.
Okay, so is it
supposed to be the voting? The
is
language?
it supposed to be about voting, or is it supposed to be about?
I think there's two separate.
These are two separate. You see version 1.0. That's the one you guys started with.
Yeah.
1.1 is with the amended thing on page 3 about the.
And everything else is the same, Mrs. Black?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm absolutely confused.
Officers, section 3, duties of officers.
Yep.
Number 1, chairperson.
Okay,
Is
and then
presiding over.
So the first amendment just says chairperson, whereas the second version 1.1 has chairpersons.
all right,
Sorry, chairperson.
I'm not looking at the same thing everybody else is.
Oh, there's 2.
So I think on the agenda there's two separate things. There's the duties of officers, because we emailed about.
Sorry, I'm not.
Oh no, that's okay. Okay.
Right.
Those are the sections that they highlighted.
Okay. Then just reading this is super confused.
Okay, you feel good about that?
Yeah, I feel good about this. Okay, thank language. Okay.
There's two separate.
So then it says.
No election language is in changes are on this version. This is purely about the chairperson.
Yeah, this is purely.
Okay, so this note, Lydia, Tim.
There is an email. So
To provide amendment,
Heather and I did a meeting to discuss some, and I did send it out in an email today. There's some things that we reached out to MPE to look for some clarification from Jane, and I know she's coming in May. Hopefully, we can get a response and maybe a conclusion or conversation at that meeting about the adult eligibility for this. So AIPAC had 6 different eligibility requirements for things. For AIPAC, getting clarification on what if there is a difference between being eligible to be a member of the committee versus being eligible to vote on for the committee, if there is a difference or if they're one and the same. So that part of it, we are looking for some guidance from NBE on, are they the same thing? If you are on that, there's the statute that says an AIPAC is, there's the list of all the different members. Does it mean that that criteria is, if you are this criteria, you're also eligible to vote? eligibility to vote if there's a different criteria. So that is, we're looking for clarification from MDE on that.
So, okay, so I'm just gonna throw out, assume Danny Dunphy was on the AIPAC committee. She is a community member with vested interest. She would be allowed to serve on the committee, but would not be allowed to vote.
That's what that's what we want. We're trying to get information directly from Jane as Indian Ed of is eligibility to serve and eligibility to vote the same or different.
Okay.
To get clarification from MDE on that. The student election process, I feel Amber and I don't know if she's still logged on, had a really good discussion, and I did email some proposed language that
Yeah, she's here.
okay, like having a student election in the fall in October, so that for the student representatives, so that it's who are active students that school year. It gives time for those students and opportunities for the district to have outreach to the students, for them to learn about that they're student reps. So some of the language was that, and we thought about using Chromebooks, the district providing Chromebooks to do instead of paper ballots, because then we're not having to count them.
Who's gonna vote on that then?
The students.
The entire student body?
No. American Indian, so eligible American Indian students, which the district has the ability. So the idea is the department would utilize Chromebooks for both the adult election and the student election, and have it be, whether it's like a Google form or something like that, so when we talk about counting ballots and keeping track of it, it's automatically done. So the district would have to support and provide the Chromebooks. Our student reps, so the voting for the students would be, there's a push notification, and Mr. Tuscan may be able to speak to how some of that works, is that students who are eligible voters, so they are identified as American Indian students, there's a listserv of those students, they would be given through their canvas a ballot. So that student would fill that out, it would get tallied up, and then similar to how Jen Murray had said that the needs assessment, it would anonymize it so you don't know who they voted for, but the district, the staff could see Susie hasn't filled out that ballot. So Jamie could go to, as a liaison, as someone she knows, and be like, hey, have you had a chance to look at it? Or do questions about what a student rep does to try and bolster student engagement. Because if it's straight to their Chromebook, in theory they have one. And if they don't, we could say, hey, we haven't seen this student respond to that ballot survey, and that the liaisons who are in the schools can go to those students and assist them logging in or setting up and doing that to get student participation. So doing it in October would give time for them to meet each other. So some of the language is that student elections will be held the first week of October, facilitated by American Indian Education, utilizing a survey through Canvas. American Indian Education will utilize electronic data to monitor who has filled out the ballot and reach out to students individually to encourage student participation. One of the other things that we had talked about was the department informing and engaging our students. So American Indian Education will distribute and post flyers informing students of AIPAC student representative nominations and elections. AIE will hold an informational event for students about being a student representative so that they know what this is, right? Like JP and Mr. Bug or Jamie can like kind of get some students together, and Sheila could come in and talk about it, or they could speak with their students about like, hey, there's this student rep thing, this is what it looks like, this is what you would do. Do you have any questions about it? Because a lot of our students have no idea what this even is.
So, that's
Yeah.
a lot of work, Lydia. That is so much work that you're talking about.
Well, but the
Every
department doesn't
day,
do
I
that.
have to find somebody's login for them to do that. We have a hard time already knowing that they're successful students, and like when you do the outreach part that you're talking about, but it's a struggle to get students to commit to coming to sit in this meeting for this, even all of that. That's already a struggle. So I don't see how like creating an election format for that would
Well,
be
they're required, there's supposed to be a student election, like that's not
a student election or a student representative.
Student representatives, students are supposed to be voting for student representatives. It's who represents them on the committee. That is what,
The student
MDE.
representative is on there. We look for student representatives from the community, but I've never ever seen an election for it.
they're supposed to be. That's the
Do
problem.
they do that somewhere?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like, how do we get student reps here? The de facto, the history
Well,
has
we
been.
seek them out. We look
But-
for
but
students who
where are
are
they?
excelling, and because that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's already the struggle, but creating an election isn't gonna make that easier, and that's not gonna make that better.
They're supposed to be student
Okay.
ballots for student reps.
I
Like,
hear
I'm
you.
not saying this is what I want, I'm saying
Yeah.
this is what's required. There's.
But
Mr. Tushman,
I'm
did you
telling
have a
you, like,
comment?
that's
I believe-
very difficult to do
He raised his
already.
hand.
I'm just saying, the school board student reps have a similar process. In fact, I converted ours quite a few years ago to a Google form because I didn't want to do paper for some of the same reasons. But essentially, we push it out. We have them either record a video or do a brief kind of why you should vote for me kind of a thing. We attach it right to the Google form. So even if kids don't see anything before they get to the Google form, there is either a video and or a description on there about who that kid is and why you should vote for them.
Yeah.
But the lovely thing is, you push it out digitally, the results come in digitally, and it makes it pretty efficient.
Yeah.
But that is a similar process for the school board student reps.
I just don't know if it's gonna increase our participation.
Yep, I agree. And the one way to potentially get around that is to get technology, like our digital innovation specialist, Robin Ryan, can set up kiosk Chromebooks where it's just the form on the Chromebook, so you don't have to worry about logging in. Which means if you do grab a kid and it's on the ballot already, which means it's got a couple, 2 or 3 kids on it, it's got their descriptions on it. It's a kiosk, which means it doesn't work like a regular Chromebook because it's just set up for that form for that time being. That would prevent some of the login challenges, but you'd still know they're your kids. You can come on in, take a look at the ballot, and they can vote that way too. I would say our school board student rep elections have been pitifully small sometimes. I'm talking less than 100 votes out of 1,000 kids. This year we probably had the most, and it was probably 250 kids, which I was like, holy cow, it was great. But it vacillates depending on who the kids are and if you happen to be grabbing their attention that week. But Canvas, I think, has certainly helped us with that too. Because before we push it on their email, kids don't use email. Doesn't matter. We could say there's $1 million in there, they probably wouldn't check it. But so we have some similar experience, and I can certainly help with that.
That's awesome. Just because you brought up the school board and student reps, so can we think about like a Denfeld specific rep, an East specific rep, a Lincoln Park specific rep, so that Lincoln Park students are only voting for a Lincoln Park student, East students are only voting for an East student.
So that was something we had also discussed, and Amber, if you wanted to, we had talked about, and that was something we were gonna ask you guys is, or just kind of the general consensus is that historically, we've had 2 spots. That, I mean, and when this was, we had 3 high schools at that time. If you don't, if you count East, Central, and Denfeld, there was 2 spots, and it's like, is that representative? And there was a balance of, kind of Amber and I's conversation was, well, do we want to say that we have 1 from each? Like, just the representatives, not voting, that piece of it, but like, do we want to try and get 1 Denfeld student, 1 East student, 1 Ordine? What about ALC? Do we want to say we have 3 spots, 2 high school, 1 middle school? You could come from anywhere in the district. Do we want to say you're only voting for kids from your school? Because the programming that we do does affect district-wide. So, and then some of that, Amber and I had talked about, well, how are they, if we're having ballots, we're going to say, how do you know Susie from East if I go to Denfeld? So are we having events? Like, we should have our back to school for middle schooler and high school, a back to school event where they can get to know each other, they can come together, have Sheila come in, or somebody do an event where it's like, hey, secondary students, so middle and high school, this is what a student rep would be. They might not even
Kind of a team building event.
yeah, like a team building of like our middle school and high school students, so they get to know which it, helps just create bonds and camaraderie across the district and supporting each other. But then also knowing like, oh, I saw Sheila's name on the ballot. Who's that? I don't know who that is. They go to East. I don't know anybody from East. You have events that you get these secondary students together, like we used to have the moccasin making and the ribbon skirt making. Those were secondary students across the district. So we need to have events that we're having our students come together to even know who each other are, to have on those ballots. And the district needs to be, like, we can support that, right? Like, financially, we can put that in our plan of, because that's one of the things in the plan is like that student advocacy, the student, leadership and stuff like that.
That outreach happened a lot more when there was a lot more activities going on.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And that's what one of the things we're talking about is the students. Do we limit it? Do we limit it to? We just say 3 students or 4?
I would think one from each school makes sense.
I understand that makes sense. I'm just saying that's already really hard to pull out.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what you should be talking about is like, how do we better engage that or get more participation in that? I don't think making it more complex or making it bigger is the.
Well, then it's not
is the
bigger on
key
the
to that.
students. For the students.
No, I think like
Creating
creating a bigger system is not gauging like more participation. It's just kind of making it more complex. I think like trying to figure out a better way to draw in more kids, like you're saying, so we have more choices. That's
Right.
totally what you want. But I
And
don't know that a
that's some of
survey
it.
and all that stuff is it. If you guys want to throw some back to school events or some opportunities like that, then we should do that. Some leadership opportunity events, throw that. Then we'll bring in all the middle school kids and you'll get all the high school kids in one spot. And you as the parent committee can talk about some of those opportunities for them to participate.
That is
too.
actually a great idea.
Like,
Kind of
that
have
would
an
be-
open meeting
Yes.
day for our students,
Yes.
and like, what do you know about Indian Ed? What has Indian Ed done for you?
That's an opportunity
I
for
have to
you
go
Yeah.
pick
to
up
survey
Eliza from
them.
play practice.
Migos for
Ask them
coming.
questions.
So, one thing I wanted to say, Lydia, and obviously it can be decided at a future meeting, but what Jamie is saying is 100%. That week is the week before Indigenous Peoples Day, and then I have 3 weeks, and it is Indigenous Heritage Month. And so all of our leaders, think of your Faith Cabreras and Lux and all these kids that are always, stepping up and helping out. They are already busy, very busy, and maybe there's some elements to this being a good time for that, but they are already very busy with their own academics. It's midterm, it's getting to be midterm, and then also they have their leadership, native leadership stuff they're already doing. And then most of them, because we want this, because we've seen the research, they're in a sport or they're in, they're in those activities.
The first week of October, it's just like an idea
Yeah.
that and if it's done in Canvas, like we were saying.
So the one thing that, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, I just gotta go get Elijah. Could you consider a proposal to fund producing the videos? Because I agree, because if they send them out and the videos are hard to do. But writing it,
We're not even to that point.
writing it, all that stuff, if you decide to do it, if you want the videos, that's a huge amount of time and cost just doing the videos, but the video idea is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the school board kids just do them on their Chromebooks or on their phones, and it's usually I limit it to like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, because that's all the attention span people have anyway, usually, to get to know somebody a little bit and to decide if they're going to vote.
So, great.
Sorry, I just want to point out, like, Lydia's just saying that we're supposed to. She's not saying you guys all have to do this. She's just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
No, and I don't mean
This
it to
is
be that
based
way.
on a meeting that
but-
was, a subcommittee meeting that was held, that, and part of that is like an open meeting thing to get to know each other, but part of what Amber and I had discussed too is that to get all of our students here, we have one day where you're gonna fill it out, it's like it's open, the survey is open for like a week. Because what if Susie's sick on Thursday? Well, does that mean her voice doesn't matter because she wasn't here the day we did the student rep election? Or it's open for a period of time that allows students to be able to get those ballots, and if they need help accessing those ballots, kids don't have parents that are involved and would get them there. So if we're doing it in the school, where we have staff like Jamie, like JP, like Kanikasa, who have relationships with students, we're meeting them where they are at to get our students involved instead of saying, well, you can come to an election at ACO in June. We're like, that is that accessible to our students if they don't have a parent involved? That was Amber's idea. She was like, let's do it in the fall when the students are already in school. We know where they are. In theory, they're in school. Like, versus having them do it in the summer when students are in the wind in the summer.
I think the concern is more just not putting it on the liaisons because they
I'm
already
not saying
have
the
so
liaisons
much.
do. It's Indian education. As
But
a
then
department.
who would do it?
We can discuss it further, yeah.
Yeah, if you have to talk to MDE in
Yeah.
May, maybe
There's some emails up to
continue
date
to
right now.
meet your committee, and then present it, maybe at the final AIPAC meeting, so that we can bring this forward. It is getting really late. I think it's a really important topic, but there's still planning involved, and we still have 3 agenda items.
Okay, I'm good with moving on. Next is the liaison monthly reports. I read them in the beginning. I think I asked Kanikasa my questions at that point, and they were out front. They've got 3 copies somewhere here.
Lydia, a copy?
No, you just asked for 3 copies to float around.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
3 copies each.
No. Yeah, she could just look at these. I'm okay. Here's Jamie's. Okay.
I guess because they got kind of muddled up on the agenda. There was the thing about amending the bylaws to include the Indian Ed director could
So there was an
preside
email
over.
I sent, and then that's different language than what's on here. I guess because this is the first time we've been presented with the language on here, we would have to wait until the next meeting to vote for it.
Yeah.
Because
And
you
then
need to
we
have
might-
10 days. So unless we just want to approve the amendment as I wrote it, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time discussing it.
No, that's fine, Amber.
Okay.
I mean, we still have to take a look at the other one anyway.
Yeah.
If I don't get them to you tomorrow, I will for sure.
So are they all?
One question I have for you, Sheila. Kanikasa doesn't have a phone
Yep,
at her
we're
placement.
working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're reorganizing too, and they're going to be they're thinking about moving. So do we really need to, set a room up? We're just in the planning stages right now, talking. So,
Okay.
yeah, I did go and see her space,
Mhm.
and
Do you
she doesn't
consider it
have her-
adequate?
No.
Okay. That's what I needed to hear.
We were talking about it, so.
Okay.
Small? Is it small? Like 10?
Is it small? There's
No,
not even a phone.
There's none. There's no space.
Oh, that's even worse than a
Yeah.
prison cell.
Yeah.
When is she driving a cart up?
I'm gonna leave, but I have a question for you guys. Have you guys thought about a date for the graduation banquet?
So I
That's
have
last
been
on the
working
agenda.
extensively on that.
It's last on the agenda.
I have to go.
We need
though.
to know. We need to know.
I've already put
Yes.
12 hours in today. I'm ready to go home.
I'm good with whatever date works for staff.
I just need to
There's
know.
only one day that was really available because the dates that were sent out, 2 of them are, one is the honors night at East and one's the choir concert at East. And I feel like if we have our banquet on those nights, we're making families and students choose which event to go to. And
Yeah,
we did not
no,
have-
those dates,
Sheila and I are relooking.
So what is the date?
Yeah, what was?
we don't have any dates right now.
Well, what was the ones that were available?
They're not available anymore.
So, do we have to look for a different location?
Is that
No.
the issue?
No,
No,
no, we
location
have to look
wasn't
for
the
a date,
issue, it's just.
a date that's clear
On their calendar or ours?
on everybody's calendar.
On all the schools.
The school, the district, yeah.
I think we should pick a date at the beginning of the school year, honestly.
Well, there's a lot of things that aren't scheduled, like honors nights and
Yeah.
things like that until towards the end of the year.
That's why we make everyone aware, every school.
If you look on the district calendar, by February, that stuff is on there.
It's on there by February.
Yep. So,
I just have a lot of kids asking.
you have to,
Yeah.
there are like
That's why,
50
and I
people who
have-
are gonna graduate from down there, so.
Well, and then part of that
That's
is
what we're looking at,
like,
50?
Yeah, so do you guys have a count of how many estimated graduates that we have for this year?
I have like 36 schools ready to go.
I mean,
So,
Do you
I
have
mean,
the,
Sheila and Ray.
yeah, the,
oh, the number of students, yeah. Did we get that from?
I'm just looking for it now. Where did I put it?
And I actually have 2 that might be added.
Yeah, we're gonna end up adding some, so we need to start with the count and plan for extra. Cause people will push it towards the end, but.
This should have been started at the beginning of second semester.
So May. Do you know when our graduation and honors night is offhand?
I do.
So if you could just tell me that, here, sometimes I don't have those things
I need that though. That's my copy.
that way we don't know
Just
who
the
knows.
ALC, do they partake in that graduation too? or-
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, that's what they went before, huh?
They're going to.
ALC students last year at our graduation.
There's a couple, but we don't get an accurate count just because it was explained to me, they literally have right up until the end. So like right now, like I went, there's like 3 different lists I had to run through, and that's why I was going back telling you, oh, they actually have the credits to graduate.
Well, and part of the issue is we have not had a liaison at
too.
ALC. We've not had a specific liaison for ALC. I think the entire time
Really?
I've been on this committee, that is usually like, well, we have one who kind of floats and they check in on them if they need them, which to me like isn't sufficient. Like if any, but like those students are the ones who need like the most support, right? Like they're, or the kids who are like in our mental health, like assisted program or day treatments and stuff like that. Like they need that person who's reaching out. And so there are
Yeah, I can
students who
take it
are
to work in the morning.
graduating at through ALC in the
Oh,
past
no, I
that
have a meeting
not
at 8,
been
so I won't be
looped
going to
into
the
what's going on, and so I think
Okay.
having Kanika sit down at ALC is helpful.
Yeah.
We have had some that have participated in the banquet in the past, but there have been a lot that were missed because we have not had a consistent staff member that engaged with those students. And I'd say if we have Jean,
so I just had him write it on the back.
Okay.
But that's Denfield's on tonight and stuff, so
Yeah,
you
but
don't
it's
wanna
all-
pick those.
Yeah, it's all on here. Oh, it's all on here.
I don't know what day you wanna pick.
East and Denfield and East, so yeah, it's just, we have people on,
They have their separate, they have their own separate
could be,
graduation.
well, Friday,
So this is just the banquet where we just honor
yeah, we've been going back and
American
forth,
Indian
so.
students. But yeah,
Yeah.
I had a girl, she thought I was
What
reaching
about
out to her
June?
for her snapping down today. I was like, no, I'm not the one who distributes that. Like, you have to wait for
Because the
for your
school, when the
email
school
for
went
that,
to
but-
Wednesday school.
No, she was like, oh, cool, yeah.
So last year here we did,
So-
we did an event here, the last day of school.
Right here's last day of school, so.
And so we'll probably still do
They wanna
it again,
participate with
but,
it.
Right.
so I don't know, that's a graduation, I might have to move it.
Well, see, it's really different down there. The dynamic
to do
is
that
really
Friday.
different. It is not
Tuesday.
like when you come.
Is it possible to do it on a Saturday? Or
Well,
would that be a contract, like, violation kind of deal? Okay.
Well,
No,
I don't,
know if it's necessary.
I wouldn't be opposed to that
no,
either.
You know?
It's
But yeah, this,
Most people might have parties though and stuff. That's-
Yeah,
But I
the
think
later you get.
But this Monday, June 2nd, that's like the first week in June. That's a hard one, but that's the only thing that would be open. Like a Monday night's good because nobody usually has plans to go somewhere else.
great.
I think at this point, whatever
What's the
day.
issue with June 1st or June?
Okay, so personally, it's
Second.
9 o'clock, I'm gonna go.
Make which
I'm just gonna,